fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tennessee Titans.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. 56. Topper.
Check, nickel. Check. Lucky.
Rock it. Bang.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. An aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
56 is the mic. It's our time.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's complete to Drake. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd and 5. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Brown with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that.
Go.
Switch. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Shoot.
Back to throw. Herbert. And he's going to go down again. Jonathan Allen. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
6, pull it high. Go.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there. Say.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
What I'm talking about.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And taken right on the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Got a man. It's Brown. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2nd and 2. This will be caught by Brown. Touchdown, 49ers. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Come on, set. Bound to lose one.
He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
Greystone, Travis. Hey, high 7. Get it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Slam. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot. Hey.
We got motion. We got motion. Back up. Back up.
2nd down and inches. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Hustle, hustle. Now.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He sets to fire deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 27. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Mike 54. How you get on the head?
2nd and 14. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Check 59. Zoom, fellas, let's go.
Now back to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. He went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Check.
2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt, and it'll be Titan football.
At their own 19-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
61, matchbox lights. Look, squeeze. Go. 5.
From the gun, Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 56, Mike 56. I got you.
Hey, Sam off.
3, check 3. Wide, get wide. Undercrunch.
Hey, lock it.
SOS.
Ready?
To throw again, Herbert. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Yo.
5. Go.
56.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
At the 38-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. We want it. Come on, ready, go.
They'll look to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Titans take over.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys.
And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now he's forced out right. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
Ready, ready. 10 Tucson. Watch the pass. Here we go. And go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A 22-yard touchdown grab. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A try here for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Topper! Watch the whip. Hey, Charlie!
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Second and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape.
Two draw Corker.
He's coming, double.
Hey, orbit.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
From the gun, Herbert. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Hey, exit.
Throwing on first down, Herbert. And this one complete to Smith. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Come on, set.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
6-6, pull it high. Get it.
2nd and 3. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll drop the throw. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Back to the air on 2nd down. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination.
Set 18 Gator. 56. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. 49, check. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Smooth. Look at me. Door, door. Sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
A final shot before break. Herbert, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Charlie.
They'll look to throw here. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
He's coming. Ready, go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
At their own 20-yard line.
On the ready.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch twist.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Foxtrot. Ready.
Throwing again. Herbert going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Under 10. 10.
Operating from the gun. Herbert looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Called that a very strong gain of 24.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Yep, 54.
Pick it up. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Watch the back. Ready.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And now he'll turn and off his back foot. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
54 is Mike. 55. Check. Watch 54. Push him back.
Back to throw. He shakes it off. Looking left side, and it's complete. 25 yards that time. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Enough to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Let's get it together, defense.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, Not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
General West. Look at me. Zipper. Switch. Mike 56.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert looking left sideline. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup at 25. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
On first down, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Go, go.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Come on.
Hit it.
Looking to throw. Herbert. He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
29 is the Mike. Mike, let go. Let's go one more. 29 is the Mike. Mike, ready, go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. He'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy. It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. That spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Ready?
1st and 10 at the 36. Target, 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 target.
5.
56 to Mike.
Go.
56. Check 56. Rip.
From the gun, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
2nd and 1. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Delta. Ready.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Here comes the boom.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Open Dannys Pettis, it's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Mike's 56. Mike's 50.
Hey!
56 to Mike, boy.
Rock it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going up top. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Bravo! 29 is Mike 29.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
There was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on first down, second down, third down, all three incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
56. Mike, 56.
Off the play fake. Herbert. He's got a man. Complete. A big play that time for the Titans. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Hey, Charlie. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Protein spill. Hey, Delta.
Hey, watch it. 56 to Mike.
Back to throw. Herbert, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Herbert, he's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
52.
Off the bootleg. Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a short return to the 6-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Now back to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. So the victory here for San Francisco, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Niners, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. So for our entire